What's going on, people? Welcome to another workout video. Today's workout's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a leg workout, but we're talking about something different here. We're talking about going super hard, functional athletic training, athletic movements, stuff that you don't always do in the gym for bodybuilding and things of that nature. So it's going to be intense. It's going to be super hard. It's going to get you sweating and wishing that you weren't doing the workout anymore. So I'm ready to get into it. I'm about to drive to the gym, so get ready and have a great day.
Okay, let's get it started right here with the warm-up. So as soon as I get to the gym on a leg workout, the first thing I do is I go to the bike or the treadmill and I walk or ride on the bike slowly for about 5 minutes just to get some blood into the muscles. And next I go right into a body weight warm-up. So usually I just do stepping back lunges, and I don't really count these, I just do it till it feels right. And then I do some nice body weight squats, and then I go back to lunges like you're seeing here, and I like to stretch the back as much as I can, super slow, reach all the way to the ceiling, get a good breath in your lungs. And then I do some trunk twists in my lunges to get a little bit of the lateral motion. Next, I go back to a squat and I sit all the way down into it. Then I lean forward and I rock forward to stretch out the back. And then I use my elbows and I push out against my knees. And I do this to stretch the groin and the hips. Okay, so the first exercise of the workout was a hex bar deadlift. This is a warm-up set here with only 135 on. Take either one or two warm-up sets depending on how heavy you plan to go. And then after you finish your second warm-up set, what you want to do is you want to add a resistance band to the edge of the hex bar. And what this is going to do is it's going to add more resistance the farther you get into the rep. So as you're at the bottom of the rep, there's not that much resistance, but as you stand up straighter, the resistance band starts to work harder against you. This is a really great training technique for athletes, as it's going to require you to be very explosive throughout the rep. So for the first exercise, we did 1 to 2 warm-up sets and 4 working sets of 15 to 20 reps. Exercise 2 was a stationary lunge, stepping backwards into them. So I did 4 sets here. My first set I used 135, my next 2 sets I used 185, and then my 4th set I went back to 135. So it's important to be as explosive as you can throughout these reps, and that's going to be very difficult when you go heavy. So with 185, you see my reps are a little bit slower here, but just go as fast as you can while still lifting in a controlled manner. The lunges were the most painful part of this workout, so if you can get through these, I don't want to say in the home stretch because it's still quite hard after this point, but at least you're through the worst of it. And that brings us to exercise 3, which is the jumping box squat. So if you don't have a box like you see me using here, you can just use any normal free weight bench, like the ones behind me, and those will work just fine. To do this exercise, you want to slowly sit down onto the box and stand and jump as high as you can each time. And you have to make sure that you're working as hard as you can, because with this exercise, you get out what you put in. If you're really half-assing it and you're not trying to jump that high, it's not going to be that difficult. But if you're trying to jump as high as you can every single time, it's going to hurt. The rep range we were working is 20, so you want to jump 20 times every single set, and you're going to do this for 4 to 5 sets, resting only 1 minute to 1 minute and 15 seconds in between sets. I'm using a 50-pound dumbbell here, but if you're just trying this exercise out for the first time, I would try maybe a 20-pound to start. Okay, so I'm not going to talk too much over this part of the workout, but essentially what I did here was a burnout with all kinds of different functional movements. So I started off with toe touches on the box, and again, you can use a bench if you don't have a box. And then I moved into push-ups, and then from there I moved into regular box jumps. And then the next workout was to go with 1 foot on the box, and then to jump as tall as you can, and stay with that 1 foot and just do that leg, and then switch legs. And then finally was a seated box jump like we did in the last workout, except with no weight here. And putting all these things together with no rest was absolutely brutal. And I pretty much did 20 reps of everything, unless there was 2 sides, and then I would do 10 on each one. So like this jump here, I did 10 with my right leg and then 10 with my left. So again, guys, this part of the workout, what you put in is what you're gonna get out. I absolutely went balls deep and went as hard as I could, and I killed myself. So try it out yourself.